Welcome to our podcast, designed for psychologists, therapists, and counselors who want to take their business online and live a soul-nourished and profitable life without compromise. If you want to know the secrets used by practitioners just like you to navigate the global e-learning market successfully, then you're in the right place. I'm Dr. Talene, chartered psychologist, business mentor, and your host, and welcome to the Abundant Practitioner Podcast. Hello and welcome to another episode. And today I'm going to talk about setting that word or words or phrase of the year. We are coming up to 2025, and I know you're about to make some big, bold intentions and moves. And so I want to share with you today how to go about setting that word. And I'll share with you as well what my words are for 2025. So really excited to dive into this. I think it's really powerful to have a word or a phrase or words that are really guiding you as you are pressing forward and powering forward into the year ahead. And it's, we can vision board and we can set goals and we can really put it out there in terms of, oh, this is what I want to accomplish and achieve in the year ahead. But what a word or a phrase or some words associated with the year can do is really put you in an energy and an environment of, this is my guiding light, right? This is like where my focus is going to be. And that focus should be attached and associated with those goals and visions that you have to create for the year ahead. But it's really about focusing on a bigger piece around the goals than just focusing on the goals, right? And so it's about using this as like a real light that you're shining on your year, that you can really easily pull to mind at any given month, at any given quarter, and any given day, and be like, this is what my year is about, and ensure that your thoughts, beliefs, actions, and all of the things align with it, right? And that's so much easier and so much more juicier and so much more exciting to do than pressing forward with just the goals in mind, right? I'm a big believer on goals and setting some real smart goals and being specific about like, this is what I want to achieve and this is what I want to accomplish. And like, I've done that for 2025, right? But what's important, it's really like stepping back from those goals and being, what does that really mean? What does that really equate to, right? And so the word, it tends to be maybe, or the words or the phrase, it might be something abstract or flexible, right? Something that can just be applicable to all what you have in mind for the year ahead. And so typical words could be like expand or growth or consistency or focus or expansion, right? These are types of words that you might be able to use. Fun, flow, right? Go big, right? Whatever it might be. But you want to be setting some real powerful, bold intentions that you can really be like, okay, are my thoughts aligned with that? Are my actions aligned with that? The way in which I'm showing up for my vision in my business, in my life, right? Is it aligned with my word, my phrase? And I remember like even my first year in business, I used a quote for my year, and it was like, what if I fall? Oh, but what if you fly? And I had that on my wall, right? What if you fly? What if you fly, right? And every decision I made, every move I made, everything I done was like, what if you fly? What if you fly? What if you fly, right? So it was actually a phrase. But as we go into the year ahead in 2025, I have like sat down, which I recommend, and I tell all of my clients to do it. We actually have a procedure, which is every month you're doing a business health check, right? Like business review. How's your business doing? What have you accomplished? So that when you get to the end of the year, it's pretty easy to look back. You just pull up all of these monthly reviews and you're like, oh, wow, how much has happened? But if you're not doing that, it can be really difficult to really see how much you've accomplished in the year, because you'll get to the end of the year and you'll be like, well, I don't know if I did much because I'm still striving for that goal, or there's another goal that's in mind, right? And so you want to be making sure that your year has checkpoints. And if you haven't done that for 2024, it's all good. You can start doing it for 2025, right? But it will make your end of year review a lot easier. And so one of the things I've done is sit down and look back at like all the progress that's happened over this year and been like, wow, right? Like, the moves that really happened. Did I do all that in a year? Oh my goodness. Pat on the back, celebrate myself, right? Celebration is key, and acknowledgement is so totally key. I think so many people are pressing forward to the next, to the next, to the next goal, that they don't even stop and reflect and be like, yeah, well done. Well done. And was there things that I done in the year that I did it and I was like, nah, yeah, I thought that was going to be a thing and it wasn't? Yes, of course, right? But you only know that by actually stepping out and doing the thing. And I can look back and be like, oh, I can see how that makes sense, that that wasn't meant to happen, but this happened instead. And look at this growth here and look at that growth here. And it really just enables you to just kind of ground yourself in like, yeah, things are happening. And what hasn't happened, you're able to really see like, okay, I get why it hasn't happened yet. And you can reset and you can press forward and go again. And so that was part one. Before even thinking about like my words for my phrase or my word for next year, it was like taking a moment to stop and reflect and be like, how's this year gone? What's happened? What did I accomplish? What did I start and stop? Why? Right? All of the things. And it was just such a juicy experience. So I definitely recommend you taking a moment to just pause and reflect on your year. And you might want to pull up a calendar or a diary to remind you of things, or maybe even scroll through the photos in your phone, or like see what pops up to create an idea of like, what are the memories, what happened this year, what went on, right? And celebrate yourself. And then think about, okay, now what do I want to accomplish in 2025? What do I want 2025 to look like? Like, how do I want it to feel? What excites me? What feels juicy? What feels like, yeah, I'm going to go for it, right? And just start to play with that and pour that out in a journal, on a piece of paper, on post-it notes, whatever your fancy, draw it out, whatever it might be. But just start to, feel into what you want next year. And then as you do that, once you step back, you'll allow yourself to see whether it's a phrase or a scripture or a word or words, or a combination that just fly off the page, right? Or into your heart, into your mind, and like, yeah, this is what 2025 is about. So I'm going to reveal what 2025 is about for me, what popped off on my page, right? Is like, for me, 2025 is about growth, and it's also about refinement, right? Growth and refinement. And, growth is about expanding impact, touching more lives, right? Growth is about up-leveling mindset, identity. Like, I'm like ready for next levels, right? Which is going to require like even more stepping up unapologetically than I have previously. And so there's all of that as well. And so growth in terms of what that looks like, in terms of the team, what that looks like, in terms of clients, what that looks like, in terms of our home, right? No more babies are coming. I don't mean growth in that sense, okay? So I'm just going to put it out there, right? But growth, so growth is definitely, my word, right? One of my words. And I'm really excited about that. And I want to challenge you to think about what areas you want to grow it in, as well, right? And also refinement, right? Refining, streamlining, and refining processes and procedures, just refinement of just making it more juicier, what already exists. So there's growing what already exists, right? And refining what already exists as well, so that there's more working smarter and not harder, right? Just everything is landing more deeply with what I'm doing, so I'm really, really excited about that. I just feel beautiful sweet spot between the two of growth and refinement. I think they work really, really well together. It's all about growing without overwhelm, growing whilst being soul nourished, right? And it's all about refinement without stagnation, right? So, really excited. Those are my words for 2025. I've done my reveal. Let me know what your words are. I'm excited to know. But yeah, take the next couple of weeks, do these tasks that I've suggested, and allow us to lean into what's my intention? How am I guiding myself through 2025 as I step forward? Okay. I hope this episode has served you, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.